And welcome into High Top Sports Network. My name is Joe Rhodes, bringing tonight's action to this Class 5A Section 2 matchup between the Shaler Titans and the Kiski area Cavaliers. Welcome aboard. Glad to be here with you. That was Mark Flem that gave you the starting lineups for each team. For Kiski area, the usual suspects starting. Number 3, Amari Gonzalez. Number 10, Jacob Musselman. Number 12, Colin Keller. Number 14, Carson Heinley, and last but not least, number 15, Tyler McDermott. As for the visiting Titans, got their roster. Thank you to Denise, awesome at the sports department there at Shaler. Thank you, Denise. You're terrific. All you folks at Shaler appreciate Denise. She's great. Starting for the Shaler squad, it'll be Jordan Epps, Zach London, number 3, Darren Nixon, number 13, Trey Kosterik, and last but not least, number 23, Nick Perez. Again, thanks for being here with us. Cavaliers will begin with the basketball. Musselman gets it back to Gonzalez, the point guard, and we're underway. Cavaliers wearing white going to your right. Titans wearing their away blues. Musselman had it at the top, thought about it, dumps it inside instead. Nice little left-handed shot, spins around, touches every part of the rim, and is good. Nice pass there by Musselman to give the Cavaliers an early advantage. He was able to find his teammate. Get this score going for you here shortly. There's a shot from range, up and good. Nice shot there from the corner by Darren Nixon, the junior guard. And the Titans out to a 3-2 lead. Musselman picks up his dribble, trying to get somebody the basketball. Keller comes to him and helps him out. Man-to-man defense by Shaler to begin. Here's baseline dribble. Heinley up with it, draws the contact. Offensive rebound by the Cavaliers. Saved. Gonzalez is going to put up the 3. Back rim, no good. Another rebound by the Cavaliers. Up and good. 2 second chance opportunities for the Cavaliers. They're able to connect on it. The Cavaliers up 4-3. Little dribble drive, lost it. Able to maintain possession are the Titans. Good defense by the Cavaliers. They too playing a man-to-man to begin here in the first quarter. 6:10 left. That one stripped away, and it's going to stay here. Almost looked like it went off of Epps, who was on the drive there, but instead the referees will say it's off Kiski area. Ball to stay here. Trey Kosterik to inbound. Throws it deep, but that's stolen away by Musselman. Numbers for the Cavaliers. Musselman gets it up to Gonzalez, who finishes. Musselman the assist. Gonzalez with the layup. A 6-3 lead now for the Cavaliers in this pivotal Class 5A matchup. As far as the standings are concerned, this is a big one. Wide open 3 from range. No good. Rebounded by the Cavs. That's Kosterik with the 3-point attempt there a moment ago for Shaler. Here's a chance in the corner for Keller. High arcing shot, back rim, no good. Nice rebound box out there by Epps. He'll dribble up. 5:21 left here, first quarter. 6-3 Kiski area. Epps tries to drive, cut off. Nice little fake there, up with it, off the glass, no good. Good defense, good recovery by the defense. Baseline drive, Musselman up and good. He draws the foul. It'll go to the line, and he'll shoot another. Kiski area off to a strong start here. The 3-pointer to begin things by Shaler was their last basket. An 8-0 run for Kiski area now. Musselman trying to make it a 9-0 run if he can net this free throw here. And he does just that. So the Cavs out in front. Back rim no good, and the cold spell for the Titans continues. Nine to 3 after Musselman had the three-point play there a moment ago. Ball off of Shaler, stays here with Kiski area. 4:31 left. All kinds of cables in my way here. Jump ball called. Shaler will get the ball, thanks to the possession arrow. Oh, we lost some camera there. Sorry about that. See, let's get that back here very quickly for you. Here's a three from the corner in the meantime. Shaler no good. Rebounded by Heinley. And get this camera back for you. Whistle. Jump ball. It'll stay here with Kiski. 4:09 left in quarter number 1. Keller with the basketball. Guarded by Kostrick. Gets it to Gonzalez. There's some issues here with the camera. Does not want to connect. Apologize for that. And the Cavaliers with yet again another bucket. Oh, there we go. Make it a 9-5 Kiski area score. Here's a three from the newly entered Cavalier. No good. Rebounded by Shaler. Here's a drive, a kick. Shot up from the corner. Good. And just like that, Shaler back in it. Nice drive there by Epps. He gets it out to his teammate, Zach London, who was able to drain it and bring the Titans back within one. Here's a turnover by the Cavaliers. Looks like they're going to say a push-off. Very fast-moving last few possessions by both of these teams. A little bit of a cold spell there a moment ago by Shaler, but able to rebound, no pun intended, quickly. And nice step-around move, but blocked. Definitely a foul there. Got bumped. Maybe they're going to say by Keller. Yep, Keller from behind. And although there's a block, Keller did push from behind, and that'll send Shaler to the line, more specifically Zach London, the 6'1" junior. First foul against Kiski area to match Shaler's. Here with 2:52 left, first quarter. London's free throw, no good. Thank you to tonight's scoreboard sponsor, Maley's Flooring. Check them out on X. Or Twitter, as some of you might know. Maley's Flooring, your go-to for all types of flooring. It doesn't matter, carpet, vinyl, hardwood. You name it flooring, they do it. If you like flooring, so do they. So stop in today. Off the glass, Keller, what a shot! And the Cavaliers build a three-point lead once again. 11-8 skip pass here. Epps with the basketball, guarded by Gonzalez. Pass to the corner. Dump it inside. London finding Kostick. Kostick a little hard off the glass. Musselman with the rebound. Going the other way now are the Cavaliers. Final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Musselman going the whole way, and he is grabbed and fouled in the act of shooting. Foul's going to go in. It's number 23, Nick Perez, sophomore. Musselman now at the line. Will shoot a pair. Musselman a really good season thus far, a really good game in their last effort. Cavaliers, when they took a section win to start the new year at Armstrong just a few days ago. I believe it was Friday. Of course, we were there on High Top Sports Network. Musselman drains the second. A two-possession game now. 12-8, Musselman with 4 points. Joining his teammate Carson Heinley with 4. Good defense by the Cavaliers. Nothing doing on that possession. Cavaliers now going the other way, thinking about shooting it, but instead pulling it out. Gonzalez now going to set up the offense. 1:33 left, first quarter. Here's a three, rattles around, no good. There's Heinley, I believe that's Heinley's going to get whistled for the foul there. Yeah, it is against the Kiski area southpaw. Looked like they both were kind of just contesting for the basketball. He has his hands out to his side as he goes over and talks to Coach Corey Smith. Unsure what he did. Nonetheless, he'll have to take a seat. Get a rest here at least for the next minute and 15 seconds until this quarter elapses. Meantime, Shaler with the basketball, down by 4. Here's a deep three up, no good. Second chance, Caustic with it. Another chance, but stripped away there. Nice job by the Cavaliers. Evan Shirley with the strip. Up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Kostrick, but stolen away. Nice passing. That would block. What a block there. Oh, man. Darren Nixon with just a swipe. 3 up. Good. A big bucket there by the Titans. His first points of the game, number 24. That's a good number. Chad Gavulik. Ooh, Keller thinks about it. He's going to pull it now, elbow extended, front rim. Tough getting his feet set, but a second chance once again by Kiski area. We've seen that a couple times here. And the body contacted. Though there's a block. It's very similar to the play at the other end. You have one guy getting that block, but then you have the other guy on playing help side contacting the shooter. First free throw, no bueno. At the line shooting for the Cavaliers, Tegan Shirley. Shirley with another one with 11 seconds left to match the 11 points, but nothing doing there. I believe he didn't even, oh no, they're going to call a foul against the Cavaliers. So with 11 seconds left, Shaler, who has kind of had an up and down first quarter, has a chance to possibly end this first frame with the lead. They're down by just a point. Epps, just 2 seconds left. He's got to put one up, and that one's knocked away. That's going to be after the buzzer sounds. No good. And we will end the first quarter with Kiski area leading Shaler 12-11 in this Section 2 matchup in Class 5A. The Cavaliers hosting the Titans. And thank you for joining us. Kind of got a little bit of a late start. Go figure. That never happens. So if you just bear with me here, I'm going to tidy some things up here on my computer. Second quarter, 12-11. Again, thank you to Maley's Flooring. Again, if you're a fan of flooring, you know, we all have hobbies. I like laser engraving and golf. Lots of golf. We have a golf simulator in the High Top headquarters. maybe you feel the same way about flooring. If you do, call our friends at Maley's. Maley's Flooring, tonight's scoreboard sponsor. Thank you to the folks there for supporting the Cavaliers in their quest this year in Class 5A. Floor connoisseurs. Hardwood, carpet, vinyl, tile, you name it. They'll get you slicked up. As always, Mark Flem down there just on the ones and twos. Just the best in the WPIAL. I told him this the other day when I saw him at Armstrong when Kiski area paid a visit there. I said, there's no disputing that he is the best DJ in all of the WPIAL. He'll give you stuff from the 80s, from the 90s. Heck, we'll go back in the Wayback Machine to the 70s. There's a 3 to begin things, and Shaler takes a lead to the first time they've had one since the score was 3-0. And a 3 to respond by the Cavaliers. Cepeda with the shot from range. This one well off by Epps. Another opportunity, though, for the Titans. A little fadeaway shot, rattles around. Good-looking shot, but just couldn't get it to go. Seen a couple nice plays from that young man, Darren Nixon. Musselman now with the basketball. Kiski area leading 15-13. Quarter numero dos. I had to think there for a second. I took French, not Spanish. Little backdoor pass, Musselman cutting sharply, and little give and go works for Kiski area. 17-13 now. Nice play there. Fundamentally sound, these Cavaliers. Tough defense, and they want to lead that way. Corey Smith would agree, and right there, almost a swipe. Ooh, Nixon looked like he might have went over the timeline there, but no, we saw it, and a travel. Got to put that ball on the floor, young man. Chad Gavulik, a nice 3 to begin things here in the second quarter. Does commit the travel there, and ball back over to Kiski area with 6:08 remaining. Second quarter of action in this Class 5A heavyweight matchup. Two teams vying for a playoff spot. Kiski with the basketball. Cavaliers drive there. Musselman. Oh man, he had a lane and just a little too hard off the glass, and back the other way. Shaler looking to cut into this deficit rather. Oh, that one rejected. What a nice stuff there by Evan Shirley, the junior. Right, I'm sorry, that wasn't Evan Shirley. I apologize. That was Tyler McDermott. I was going to say, it said he was 5'6". I know Tyler McDermott isn't 5'6". And man, I don't know how that wasn't a walk, but at least could have been a jump ball, but nonetheless. BDL, Keller with the basketball now. Gets it over to the corner. That's Shirley, who had the basketball a moment ago. He's number 13, McDermott 15. 17-14 your score. Sorry, I got to get that correct. There we go. Keller with the basketball for the Cavaliers, who are looking to add on to this 3-point lead. You know, Shaler kind of had an up and down game so far, but just hanging around, that's what you got to do. Can't let the game get away from you. And it's what the Titans' MO is right now. A nice little baseline drive there by the man in 24. Chad Gavulik, senior. Knew a guy that wore 24, was listed as a guard and a forward. His name was Joe Rhodes. Once upon a time as Keller with a response. A nice shot by Keller, and Corey Smith calls it timeout. 16-20. So Shaler, every time they get a big bucket, it seems there's a response, and it's been by Keller a couple of those times, so nice work there. Trying to pull up something here real quickly, if you'll bear with me. I want to thank our sponsors, of course, and we got a nice little display to rep them. Oh, well, it's not going to let us get on Beat Funky. That's a shame. I digress. But as I mentioned, a very important game in terms of the standings. The internet's kind of going a little slow here, so if there's an issue hearing or catching the action, if it's kind of going in and out, that's why. Apologize if that is the case, but glad to be here with you nonetheless. Glad we could bring you the action. The Titans with the basketball, full court man to man by the Cavaliers, pressuring the Titans here to. Epps picks up the dribble in the corner. Gonzalez guarding, somehow gets it to his teammate Darren Nixon. Foul stops the play. Foul's going to go against number 15, I do believe. I think, or 14. No, they're going to say 13. That was Shirley committing the foul. Tough shot and good. You said that he's made a couple tough shots here so far as Darren Nixon. He makes another right there to cut into the Kiski area lead. 18-20. Kiski area with the basketball. See if they have yet another response for a big bucket by Shaler. Not good this time. Keller was the man shooting it. He's come up with a couple big ones, but a second chance opportunity will give the Cavs a 4-point advantage once again. I believe that was Heinley. A nice pass, back door, open and good. Heads up play there. Zach London, the recipient of that backdoor pass, 22-20. Nearly stolen away there by Nixon. Slowing the pace here, Kiski area. 2:20 left in the second quarter of play. Gonzalez with the basketball, guarded by Epps. Little drive there, up off the glass, rattles around, no good, and off the hands of Shirley, who took that shot. 22-20, the score remains. Musselman comes in, Shirley comes out. Shaler with the basketball. 1 second past 2 minutes left in the second frame here at Kiski Area High School. January 7th. We said in the game on Friday against Kiski and Armstrong, you know, once you turn the calendar over, that's when the season truly begins. Shot from range, no good. Whoops, sorry about that. Rebounded by the Cavaliers. Musselman skied for the rebound there in Kiski area. Regains possession of the basketball. 1:32 left in the half. Musselman picked up his dribble, so needed a little help there. Coming to his aid was Gonzalez. No, excuse me, Keller with a 3 and the foul. Man, oh man, does he have a quick trigger? Does. Colin Keller able to drain the 3, and he's going to have a chance for the 4-point play, the rarely often 4-point play. If he makes this, I'm going to say this is the first 4-point play I will have seen so far this year. Can he do it? Yes, he does. Keller with the 4-point play. He's up to 9 points. Good even distribution of scoring on the floor right now for Kiski area. He got 4 points, 3 points, 6 points, 9 points, and 4 by those on the court. Of course, leading the way is Keller, as just mentioned. Little dribble drive runner up off the glass. No good. A scrum, and Musselman comes away with it. Oh, that one. Oh, poked away, and Gonzalez somehow, some way maintains possession. Here's Keller again, front rim, no good. Heat check there by Keller. Here's a little drive. Epps up with it. Top shot, good. Whoops, wrong team. 26-22, 39 seconds remain in the second half. Epps with a nice basket there. Very hard shot, but able to get it to go. Thanks again for joining us here on High Top Sports Network. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Like and follow. There's a ball stolen away there by Nixon. Instagram as well. Shot from the corner, long, and off the hands of Heinley. That high motor of Heinley never seems to stop. It's like a Ferrari at a stoplight, just wants to keep going. That would be Heinley as a little alley-oop play by the Shaler Titans, and that cuts it down to 2 points. So, boy, oh boy, a very hard to describe first half there, but we'll give you a breakdown and the analysis here shortly. In the meantime, enjoy some halftime scenes of halftime here at Kiski Area High School. My name is Joe Rose. We'll be right back here on High Top Sports Network. Your score, Kiski Area 26, Shaler 24, here on this January 7th, 2025. So stay tuned for more. We'll be back shortly from Kiski area. All right, and welcome back to High Top Sports Network. About 7 minutes remain at halftime here. Just want to get you all caught up on things here. Your score, once again, 26-24. Kiski area with a narrow lead. They've kind of, let's say, taken control of this game because the score wouldn't indicate that, but really they have had a lot of more second chance opportunities, have done a good job in the offensive glass. Really limited opportunities for Shaler in that same vein. But the Cavaliers kind of a little more consistent with their scoring. I guess some cold spells, but some really hot spells for Shaler have allowed them to be within just 2 points. Scoring right now, leading all scorers with 9 points is Colin Keller. Second in that would be number 3. That would be Nixon for the Titans. More specifically, Darren Nixon, the junior, 7 points. He's had a really nice game so far. Hit some really difficult shots. Next in that scoring department would be number 10. That's Musselman for the Cavaliers. He's got 6 points. So those are your top 3 scorers. As I said, Kiski area with with some equal distribution up and down the lineup. You got Amari Gonzalez with 4 points. You got Zepeda, who came off the bench. He has got you 3 points. Again, 6 points for Musselman, 9 for Keller, and then 4 for the big man, Carson Heinley. High motor guy. Love watching Carson Heinley play. You ask coaches around the WPIAL, I bet you every one of them would take a Carson Heinley in a minute. Gladly. On the other side of things, and that was the last 5 that was on the court, I should mention, for Kiski area. On the side of Shaler, again, you have Nixon with 7. 5 points for 5 points, for Zach London, and then 4 points for Jordan Epps. Those are the only 3 guys on the court before halftime to have any points. There are 2 guys out there, number 13, number 23, of course, Trey Kosterick and Nick Perez, without any points here thus far. It's hard to believe he's, at least in terms of Trey Kosterick, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing Trey's name, Kosterick, the freshman, 6'1". He was very active for portions in that first half. And had a couple opportunities, and surprised that there's a 0 next to his name. But 16 minutes left in this one. Wouldn't be surprised if that young man's name gets mentioned a time or 2. But I did want to mention, get back to the standings here. Actually, briefly, let's take a moment and thank some of our sponsors, if I may. We mentioned Maylee's Flooring. The floor connoisseurs, Maylee's Flooring. Check them out today. Also want to thank Duda Cable Construction, Inc. in Vandergrift. Also, our friends with the coolest logo around, Lawrence Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. It's a German Shepherd wearing a handkerchief. Lawrence Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. All that stuff, all the HVAC things you may need. Give our friends at Lawrence a call today. Proud supporter of Kiski area athletics, along with Swank Construction. Also, Grease Contracting, our good friends over at Grease Contracting. And tonight's official broadcast partner, Dunmeyer, Kerr, and Rowe Funeral Home. Good luck to the Cavaliers in 2024-25. Really, that's 2025 now. Can't wish them luck in the past. So the fine people at Dunmeyer, Kerr, Rowe Funeral Home would like to wish the Cavaliers best of luck in the remainder of this campaign and possible playoff push. Again, Dunmeyer, Kerr, and Rowe, the proud supporter of Kiski area athletics. So just 2 minutes and 26 seconds left. I wanted to get to the standings, if I may, here real quickly. A lot of parity in this conference. You have your section leaders at 4-0 is Penn Hills. Their overall record is 4-6, so they're 0-6 out of conference, 4 perfect in conference. So that tells you something. They're scoring less than what they've given up. They're 59 a game, giving up 61, so very interesting there. Plum sitting in second. They're 2-1, tied with Shaler, but they have the tiebreaker. They're 6-4 overall. Shaler 5-6. So you look at the top three teams, and then of course Kiski area fourth with a 4-6 record, 2-1 as well in section. So a big game here in terms of the section standings. Winner will move into third, or Kiski area I guess could move into third, and Shaler bumped down with a victory here, but again, Penn Hills 4-0 with a 4-6 overall record. Plum is over 500 by just 2 games. They're 2-1, as well as Shaler 2-1 and Kiski area 2-1. But again, Shaler and Kiski area also under 500. So you have 3 of your top 4 teams under 500 overall in this section. It's just parity driven. Then you got, don't look too far down there and forget about Hampton, who's 2-2 and 4-6 overall. So really just a half a game back from Kiski area. And then Armstrong, though, they're 0-4 in conference. They're a team that could, any given night do some damage. 0-4, but 4-7 overall. I believe they're in Indiana tonight. And Indiana really kind of the lone team at the basement of this conference. They're 0-3 in the conference, 3-6 overall. Both they and Armstrong kind of the extremely kind of tall hill to climb if they want to get back in the playoff picture here. But right now, as it stands, those top 5 teams, any of them could still claim this section. With Hampton, that 5th team right now, just 2 games back of Penn Hills, who again, they're 4-6 overall. They're giving up more than they're scoring. Plum scoring 50, they're in second place, they're scoring 54, giving up 52. These Shaler Titans scoring 59, giving up 64. And Kiski area, the lone team, I don't want to say lone team because Plum's scoring 2 more than they're giving up, but they're scoring 55, these Cavaliers are, a game, and giving up 51. So a little bit more of a point differential there compared to some of the teams, but just a remarkably close section, very parity driven, and really anybody's section to be had. I mentioned Armstrong and Indiana tonight. See what Plum and Penn Hills, if I can look that up real quickly, what they're up to this evening. This is, of course, the 7th. Those 2 teams are playing, Penn Hills and Plum. So if we get a score on that, we will be sure to let you know. But, man, a very important night for this Class 5A Section 2, with the top 2 teams playing and then the 3 and 4 teams playing here in front of your eyes at Kiski area. So second half underway. We'll be sure to let you know. There's Keller, a 3 by Colin Keller. He is on fire tonight. Confident shooting that shot from range is Colin Keller. Ooh, nearly a double dribble. Epps picks up his dribble, gets it over to Nixon. Nixon guarded by Gonzalez. He gets a step, tries to get to the rim. Comes to a jump stop, but nothing doing there. Good help defense, but a little hand check there by Amari Gonzalez. Shaler will have the ball out of bounds on the near sideline. I believe that's just Gonzalez's first foul. Yep, it is. So no one on the court right now for Kiski area with more than a foul. Gonzalez with 1. Keller with a foul to his name, and then number 14, that of course is Carson Heinley. He has a foul to his name, but just 1. Only 1 player with multiple fouls for Shaler right now. That's number 23, Nick Perez. Epps thinks about it. Pass it over the wing. Pass it back to Epps at the front. Oh, Nixon nearly traveling there, and good defense by the Cavaliers, and a double dribble by Nixon. Gonzalez takes it out of the hands of the junior and gives it to the referee, and then Cavaliers inbound at 6:35 left. Third quarter, a 5-point advantage, 29-24. Gonzalez with the basketball, far side. Keller with it, little fadeaway jumper, going glass. I like the idea, but just a tough shot nonetheless. And here's Epps going to go and draws the foul. Musselman tried to keep those hands up, but a little bit of contact with the body. And that's the thing. People can comment about, keeping the hands up, but if you're going to push that body in, it doesn't matter if your hands are straight up. You're still contacting the shooter. So, it's I always enjoy when I see guys kind of shocked to get a foul called against them as Epps misses the first free throw, because, just because your hands are up doesn't mean that you can't commit a foul with other parts of your body, and that was the case there as Epps able to connect on the second. And the lead down to 4 for Kiski area, 6:13 remaining in quarter number 3 here on High Top Sports Network. Again, follow us on Facebook, like and follow. Is another nice cutter as Keller finds Heinley for the bucket. And Kiski area adding to their lead, now up 6, 5:55 remaining. That's 6 points now for Carson Heinley, the senior, listed at 6'3". Nixon, a travel. Good defense by the Cavaliers. Couple big turnovers here in the last few possessions for Shaler. Got to be careful. Kiski area, really a good second half team. That's what happened in their game against Armstrong. Armstrong kind of hung around, but that second half, was Gonzalez very close to travel there, but gets that to go off the glass, and Kiski area up to their largest lead of the contest by 8. Epps tries to put a stop to that. Musselman brings in the ball. He's going to get out and go. Numbers for Kiski area. Keller's going to pull the 3 long, but it ends up being a good pass to Heinley. He won't get the assist, but Heinley will get the credit for the points. And the Cavaliers up by 10, really mirroring what they did against the Riverhawks on Friday. A close game at the half, but came out strong in the third quarter to build a lead, and they ran away and hid from the Riverhawks. They're trying to run away and hide now from the Titans here on this night of key matchups in this Class 5A Section 2 conference. Again, Penn Hills and Plum, the two teams atop this conference in action tonight. And then teams 3 and 4, the Shaler Titans and these Kiski area Cavaliers facing off as well. So if I can get any updates on that Penn Hills Plum game, I will pass it along. I have yet to see Penn Hills this season. I did get to see Plum. I saw Plum play at Armstrong earlier in the season, and that was, again, a kind of a contest for a little bit. Armstrong, a young team. They have some talent there, and a team that's kind of young and growing together, and that's kind of a added benefit for them. But they gave Plum all they could handle, but Plum kind of pulling away in the fourth quarter, or because Armstrong kind of trying to hang around as long as they could, but just a strong Plum lineup able to pull ahead when they needed to. But again, Plum and Penn Hills in action here tonight, so very decisive night for Class 5A basketball, at least in the in Section 2. Good passing here by Shaler, puts on the floor, does Epps. Kiski area quick to get back on defense. And as I said earlier, Corey Smith would not deny if I ask him if their goal is to really lead with their defense. I think it's his belief that good defense will lead to offense. There's a big swat by McDermott. Musselman gets it ahead to Heinley. Heinley with the layup. He's a lefty, so that's easy. And he's now into double figures with 10 points. And the Kiski area lead and their propensity for second half surges continues. They're up by 12 now with 4:15 left, and another turnover by Shaler. That's kind of haunted them here in this second half. Gives the ball back to Kiski area with 4:13 remaining in the third quarter. A picture perfect start to the second half here for Kiski area, and really something that's becoming a trend as that's over and back. Good defense by Nixon forces the turnover by Kiski area, a rare turnover here in this second half. But Corey Smith goes to his bench. Andrew Zapata will come in. Out goes McDermott. A big swat there a moment ago. The masked man. Looking like Rip Hamilton, circa 2007. Pistons-Lakers NBA Finals back then. That was a good one. Pistons were able to beat the Lakers. I believe it was the Lakers. Gonzalez had a chance to get it ahead. He just couldn't. Musselman was sprinting to that opposite side, but kind of the lane was cut off as the defender was kind of hip to hip with him in between he and Musselman. So instead, Gonzalez tries to take it to length, and luckily, since he wasn't able to get it ahead, he is fouled though, and that's the second foul that'll go against Nixon. He has 7 points, so gotta watch those fouls. He's been a scoring leader for Shaler. As for Gonzalez, he's now up to 7 points in the contest. Third on the team in scoring right now, behind Keller's 12 and Heinley's 10. Trying to make it 8 right here. He does indeed. So a 39-25 Kiski area advantage with 3:41 remaining. Ball will stay with Shaler, is knocked out of bounds by Kiski area. And the Cavaliers, let's call it what it is, a second to half team as Gonzalez swipes that one away. He's gonna have an easy layup here, off of the glass and good. 16-point advantage now. 41-25, all Kiski area. Now 3 guys for the Cavaliers with 3:20 left in the third quarter into double figures. Another miss by Shaler, another one and done by Shaler as Zapata goes the other way and he lays it up off the glass and is good. And this is looking eerily familiar, looking just like the game in Armstrong on Friday as Kiski area just running away with it now. No good, trying to break this. Just undeniably dominant run by Kiski area. Gonzalez pull up from the elbow, rattles around, no good. One and done though for Shaler. That's a good sign. No offensive board or second chance opportunity, but another turnover. Musselman ahead. Oh, it's off the glass. Zapata tries to do something with it, but it's going to go off of Nixon and stay here with the Cavaliers. Subs for both teams, 3 for the Cavaliers, 1 for the Titans. For the Titans, number 24 into the game. Chad Gavulik, senior. Gonzalez coming out for Kiski area along with Musselman. And not sure who the other sub was. 3 guys came in there. But knocked out of bounds. Stay here with Kiski area, 43-25. All Kiski area here in the second half. And I've said it many times. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but that defense leading to offense, forcing some turnovers, got some fast break opportunities, or at least points in transition. Epps trying to buy a foul there. Keller with a 3 wide open, no good. Epps comes out of it with the board. No numbers for him, but he's still going to try to push it. Gets the call. He's fouled. And the bucket's good. Nice job there by Jordan Epps. Again, didn't have numbers, but got a full head of steam there and able to get the bucket to go. And one shot, but it won't go. Score remains 43-27, a 16-point Kiski area lead with just over 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Zapata gets it to Keller. Keller thinks about it, puts it on the floor. A little runner over the middle. Good. What a nice shot by Keller. Kind of lost control of it. Ball went down to his hip and still able to maintain enough control to put up a little teardrop runner. Keller up to 14 points now. 45-27 your score. Epps with the basketball in there with the trees. He's going to draw the foul. Epps really trying to will his team here. He's been kind of the catalyst, or trying to be the catalyst to this Titans offense. Jordan Epps and able to convert on the three-point play opportunity a moment ago. Misses this one, so his woes continue from the charity stripe. 1:45 left in the third frame from Kiski Area High School. Epps with the second free throw good. So one out of his last three now from the line is Jordan Epps. 28-45. Kiski Area with a huge third quarter here. That one goes through the hands of Shirley. Nope, that's not Shirley. I apologize. That's oh, that was Tegan Shirley, I think. Oh, wait a second here. Whoops, sorry. Nixon with the travel. Another turnover. They have just been the bugaboo for these Titans in this second half, really this third quarter with 1 minute still left in it. Turnovers just really what's been killing these Titans. And a fun stat I thought about on my way in here today. The girls played before this. That one rejected. Nixon with a hand on it. Getting some payback there on McDermott. But Kiski Area girls played prior to this. They played in West Mifflin. West Mifflin mascot, the Titans. And of course, these Titans, the Shaler variety. But trying to think if there's any more Titans in the WPIAL. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any. Three, good, much needed. Three there. Gavulik with the tray. And a nice drive there by, I believe that's Zepeda. Yes, it is. He draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. Andrew Zepeda, the junior, will shoot a pair. 47-31 with 23 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of play. Zepeda knocks down the first. 48-31, your score. That one no good, but out of bounds off of Gavulik. And oh man, that's just kind of the way the cookie has crumbled here tonight for Shaler. As Zepeda will get a breather. In comes number one, Devin Lindenfelser. He'll inbound the basketball now for Kiski Area. A little dump in. And Gonzalez with a fake handoff and goes up with a nice little fake by Gonzalez. He's up to 12 points. 50-31. Kiski Area out in front and 8 seconds left here. Epps double teamed. Trying to get the dump in. There's a travel by the Titans. Another turnover, and that's been the story of this third quarter. Shaler with the turnover bug. Now 3 seconds remain in this third quarter. Kiski Area with a chance to add to this 19-point advantage. There's Langenfelser. He's going to put up a deep three and can't get it to go. But a dominant third quarter for the Cavaliers, who lead by 19 with just 8 minutes to play, looking to win a second straight crucial section game, this time against Shaler here at home. You're on High Top Sports Network. Thank you for joining me, Joe Rhodes. Our very own Wayne Greiser, my man. He said, remember the Titans, a great movie. What a good blank movie. Not to get too bad of a word. I guess FCC regulations would allow me to say this, but I'll refrain. But that's a good movie. Not my favorite football movie. I'm trying to think what my favorite football movie would be. The Program's a pretty good one. It's got a bunch of good one-liners in it. Like I always say, put the women and children in bed, go looking for dinner. It's a great line. The Waterboy, pretty darn good movie. If you like comedies. Oops, sorry, that was the third quarter. I got the quarters. Varsity Blues, Wayne says. Ah, Wayne. Man, were you in your prime in the 90s? Oh, boy. See, I think the best sports movies, I hate to say it, I really don't hate to say it, but the best sports movies are baseball movies. I think, at least. The Natural, one of my favorite movies. Sandlot, probably my favorite sports movie. Although a good basketball movie, as I said, if you can go back and watch it on the High Top Sports Network, I Get to Know Joe Rhodes segment on our YouTube page. Watch that if you want to laugh pretty hard. I have a lot of fun at my own expense, but I said that Air Bud, one of the most underrated movies of all time, because they made like 10 of them. And, I mean, if you're making 10 of anything, it's good. As I said during that, they made like 10 Free Willies. You're going to say Free Willy's a bad movie. Au contraire, they made 10. They made a whole bunch of Air Buds. Pass ahead to Lingenfelser. He's going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Nice job to look ahead by Gonzalez to find the recently entered Devin Lindenfelser, sophomore guard. Hoosiers, a great movie. Varsity Blues, I can't get on board with that. I can't think of that actor. James Vanderbeek, I believe. He fizzled out fast. Not fizzling out fast is Devin Lindenfelser. He drains the free throw, his first point of the evening. A dominant showing here by Kiski area in the second half. Again, this mirrors what they did against Armstrong. Now a 20-point lead. As a hush comes over the crowd. A second chance opportunity by the high motor Heinle. What a nice play by him. He is just fun to watch. Again, every team in the WPIAL would sign up for a Carson Heinle on their team. The lefty just with epitomizes hustle. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. Try to extend this 20-point advantage. He does. Knock down the first. Yeah, anybody out there that doesn't like Air Bud? Dawson's Creek fame. Yep, that would be James Vanderbeek. As Heinle goes crashing to the floor. A lot of bones hitting the ground there. You get to hear it. That's I felt that before. Not a fun feeling. But you know what? You have those brush burns that are so often with basketball. I used to get them on my hips for whatever reason. I hit the ground a lot. I wasn't a heavy kid for being 6'4", 6'5". And skying for some rebounds, you hit the ground, and you get those brush burns on your knees, on your hips. And I'll tell you what, you get that shower later after the game. It's a bad pain, but one that you learn to miss after your playing days are over. Here's a deep shot by Gavulik, no good. Rebounded by no one. He's going to go out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds by the team in white, which is the Cavaliers. So ball to the Titans, who trail by 19. Again, hit us up on our YouTube chat. Talk about some of your favorite sports movies of all time. Major League, good. League of Their Own, all right. I do like Tom Hanks. I'm a big Tom Hanks fan. Oh, that one nearly going. A little runner by Gonzalez, who saves it himself. Big skip pass here. Keller gets it. He's going to try to dribble. A little spin move might have been nice as his right hand was getting cut off so much so that spin would have left him wide open. He's going to shoot his 3 instead. He's going to drain it. Of course he does. He's Colin Keller. I'm not going to question his game. Another 3 by Keller. 55-31, a second half that has been owned by the Cavaliers, who are on their way to a section victory, and a dominant one at that. It'll be 2 dominant victories in a row. Peaking at the right time. They want to keep this going, though, as the playoffs are still a little ways out. But a good momentum builder. Here's Lindenfelser. Somehow steps around it, but the putback by who else? Musselman. You talk about a hustle guy as well. We give Heinle tons of credit for that. But Musselman right there with him. 2 very similar players. Except Musselman a little bit more of a guard. And Heinle, of course, a forward. But as that ball is nothing but nothing. Out of bounds, back to the Cavaliers, 6:01 remaining. But, talk about Heinle being sort of that high motor guy. The same very well could be said about Jacob Musselman. Listed at 6 foot versus Heinle listed at 6'3". Just the guard and the forward version of each other in many ways. as Keller gets it over to Lindenfelser. There's that youth and inexperience kind of going against him there. Just kind of was trotting to the basketball, not paying attention. And behind him came Epps, and ball deflects off of the Kiski area sophomore, and then gives the ball back to Shaler, who's got a heck of a mountain to climb here, down by 26. A game that was close at the half, but no longer close. And as a drive there by Shaler, or specifically Zach London, will stop the clock and send the junior to the line. Back rim no good. Turnovers have certainly killed Shaler's chances here tonight, but in addition to that, they have been sort of ineffective from the free throw line, I think it's fair to say. And that's really stagnated things for them. A little shooter's roll there. There's a wry smile on London's face at that one. It's the rim, bounces a good 4.5 feet in the air and goes in. It's Gonzalez looking for somebody there, and no communication there. I don't know if he was thinking that Lindenfelser was going to go that way, but no one was home, and a turnover by the Cavaliers will give it back to the Titans. And a timeout. Full timeout by Corey Smith. I want to take the opportunity to thank some folks. Of course, I want to thank Denise at Shaler again in the athletic department. Super lady. She was chatting me up and she apologized for talking, and I sent her back an email after she was kind enough to send me the rosters today. I said, I'm the last person you're going to apologize to about chatting too much. I said to her, I'm like one of those old guys you see at McDonald's with a newspaper in front of them at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm just chatting with the best of them. And so no need to apologize, but Denise, thank you so much. A fine lady and a fine help to me today to get the roster for these great program here at Shaler. The Titans behind on the scoreboard tonight, but great history and great athletic programs over there at Shaler. So tough night for them, but they've got a lot to be proud of there. But also want to thank our sponsors, if I may. Of course, I want to thank scoreboard sponsor, Maley's Flooring, Duda Cable Construction, Inc. in Vandergrift. Also, Lawrence Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Look for the German Shepherd with the blue handkerchief. That's Lawrence. It's a heck of a logo. Swank Construction, Grease Contracting, and tonight's official broadcast partner, Dunmeyer, Kerr, and Rowe Funeral Home, Inc. We wish the Cavaliers the best of luck here for the remainder of the season in 2025 and their quest for a playoff berth, which is looking better and better by every quarter, especially here in the first 2 games of the new year. Big win against Armstrong on Friday, very much like this one, as Gonzalez skies for the board. 5 minutes remain here. Kick to the corner. Keller's going to have an open 3. Rattles around, no good. And the Shaler Titans come away with it. Oh, foul by Nixon. Man, the control he had there to not travel, to slow things down and stop his momentum to just keep it to 2 steps. Mighty impressive by that young man. So again, thank you to Dunmeyer, Kerr, and Ralph Funeral Home. They say good luck to the Cavs. As Nixon's first free throw, good. Out goes Lindenfelser and also Heinley. In comes McDermott. And I believe Shirley maybe came in as well. So Nixon drains a pair. I want to say it's the only time that Shaler's gone 2 for 2 from the line tonight. I could be wrong there, but at least the only time I recall. Meanwhile, 1 and done for the Cavaliers on that trip. 4:38 remaining. Nice backdoor pass. Epps with the bucket. That was kind of out of the Kiski area playbook right there. A little cutter to the hoop. Puts Epps in double digits with 10 points. Here's a pass. Almost stolen away. McDermott tries to save it, but good hands by the Titans. Takes it the other way. Another slow progressing play as Nixon gets it to go. How, I do not know. But boy, oh boy. Sweet and slow like molasses there. Nixon able to slow things down, and I don't know how he does it, but that was mighty impressive. He's been a bright spot certainly tonight for these Titans. He's up to 11 points, chance to make it 12. That's the tops for the Shaler squad here tonight. Right behind him in double figures, of course, Jordan Epps. Oops, gotta update that scoreboard, apologize. 39 on the board for Shaler. This lead was up to as much as 26, I believe. Full court press. Shaler trying to wheel their way back into this one. Great passing. That is how you pass the basketball. That ball, it's almost like volleyball out there. That barely even touched the hands of the Cavaliers. Just talk about a heads-up play. Literally, their heads were up. You got to make a play like that, you got to keep your eyes down court. Nice rebound there, and a foul committed by McDermott. Good positioning by Shaler, specifically Zach London. I believe that was Zach London. Yep, it was. He'll shoot a pair. His team down by 20, so. Kiski area, if they can get 2 points for Musselman, they would have 4 guys in double figures. Again, a testament to this team and their depth and the balance in scoring. And boy, oh boy, you know, I've got a chance to watch some really talented individuals in the WPIAL over the last several years, but any coach I think would choose to have the kind of distribution of scoring that Kiski area has, because I say it all the time, if you have one guy that's doing all the scoring for you, he's going to hit a cold night. The team's going to scheme him up well, no matter how good he is. And you need to have that depth in scoring if you want to excel in the playoffs. So what a nice play by Keller, who wells it off of London, both smiling. So it's all good. But Keller, that was the 4-seam fastball. You must. That wasn't the 2-seamer, that was the 4-seamer. But a smile out of London. Good sportsmanship there by Keller to go over to him afterwards. Musselman, nice diagonal pass. Pass up by Heinle, finds McDermott, who puts it up, scores, and he'll shoot a free throw as well. Heinle, play a little point forward there, gets the ball at that high elbow. Knew where McDermott was, gets rid of it quickly, allows him to get the bucket, and now he'll try to add on to his total. He has 4 and make it 5 if he can drain this free throw. Kiski area to 61 points. Lane violation. Commotion. Referees are going to discuss this. Confusion all over the place. Let's see what the gentleman here at center court is going to say. So I guess that's not going to count. Though I think it was against Shaler. Kind of works out to their advantage as they made free throw not good, but credit to McDermott, who's got ice water in those veins and a mask on his face. He's able to get it to go. He's up to 5 points as mentioned, and 62-39 the score with 2:50 left, and Kiski area on their way to a very huge and dominant and momentous victory here. I guess momentum building would be a better way to describe it. Momentous would be what you do in the playoffs. This, though important, maybe not momentous, as McDermott takes a seat as does Zepeda. Nope, Zepeda's still going to stay out there. It'll be Gonzalez, Musselman, Zepeda, Keller, and Heinley on the court for the Cavs. Heinley's going to put the three up. A rare three opportunity by the lefty. No good. 2:25 left here, and just 39 points scored by Shaler, the defense of the Kiski Cavaliers, causing havoc as Nixon gets his own board, but not able to get it to go. And tenacious defense for the Cavaliers, forcing a lot of turnovers here in the second half, and that's led to a lot of offense, some transition buckets certainly. As a reach in by someone on Shaler. I don't know if they're going to call it against Epps. Oh no. Excuse me, yawn. That yawn came out of nowhere. That's going to go against the Cavaliers, excuse me. I thought for a second it was going against Shaler, but offensive foul. We'll give the Titans back the basketball here, 62-39, just a minute and 58. So unless Reggie Miller decides to come out of retirement and throw on a Shaler Titans uniform, this one looking like it's going to go for the Cavaliers. As Zepeda swats that one out of bounds, it'll stay here with Shaler. And we have the Dunmeyer, Kerr, and Rao Funeral Home player of the game to pick here after this one. It's going to be a hard one because, again, equal distribution all up and down the lineup is Heinley, who was our player of the game at Armstrong on Friday, making his case. Heinley up to 11 points. Here's Keller. He wanted to get into his 20-point range. Musselman with an offensive board. Can't get it to go, but he's going to shoot a free throw. And really, what a nice trio, along with Gonzalez. It's really I'm not going to say it's a four-headed monster because there's just dudes up and down the roster, but Heinley, Musselman, Gonzalez, and Keller. Those are your those are those studs on your team if you're Kiski area that you're going to go as they go, and they're all going tonight. Musselman now, if he can make this free throw, will be in double figures, and that four-headed monster I just mentioned will all be in double figures then. Gonzalez with 12, and Musselman does it. So you got Gonzalez with 12, Musselman with 10, Keller with 19, and Heinley with 11. That is what you want to see if you're Kiski area. You'd sign up for that every night if you could. That one hangs up there a little bit longer as it catches the backboard, and a minute and 10 seconds left. 64-42. Sorry for the score, not updating quickly enough. 42 there. All Kiski area. They're just going to hold on to the basketball, try to kill clock here. Zepeda with it now. Certainly, I think a confidence builder as Zepeda's going to put up the three, surprisingly. That's going to stay here, I think. Nope. Give it to Shaler. Referees at least say that. But, yeah, a confidence builder, I think. You know, if the game at Armstrong wasn't that, then this certainly is. Two victories very much like the other. A close game for the most part in the first half. I mentioned it, that Shaler was doing a good job in that first half, kind of hanging around. They weren't playing their best basketball, but they were down by just 2 at halftime, and they were down by as many as 26 here in the second half. Down by 22 at the moment as a whistle sounds and a foul called. I think that'll send that young man to the line. That young man, of course, number 23, Nick Perez, or some say Perez. I'm going to say he's Perez. Maybe he's Perez, who knows? But Perez, the sophomore guard, looking to cut into this Cavalier lead. I'm sure they would like to get it under 20. Right now it's sitting at 22. That'll help. And the mainstays for Kiski will have a seat. The big fours mentioned, Keller, Gonzalez, Heinley, and Musselman. Get a nice eruption from the student section under the hoop. 24 seconds remain, and the Shaler sophomore good on both. So Nick Perez makes it a 20-point Kiski area lead, and trying to dribble it out is the newly entered Cavaliers squad. And here you go. Here's Epps. He's going to, oops, sorry. Epps gets it, misses the layup. And he said they probably want to get it under 20 if they can. That one's going to go out of bounds. Perez nowhere to go. Two Cavaliers collapsing on him as he went baseline, so 2 seconds remain, and Perez to inbound. Find it. Here's Nixon with a fadeaway three. No good. And the Cavaliers, a dominant second half to come away with a big victory here in this Class 5A Section 2 matchup against the Shaler Titans. A 2-point lead at halftime turned into a 20-point victory. The lead as large as 26. And Kiski area, a theme has been built. A second half surge for a second straight game. Whatever Corey Smith is preaching at halftime, Coach Smith, keep preaching it because it's working. As the Cavaliers, just a second half juggernaut here in 2025. They do it again here tonight to Shaler, and they come away with a big section victory, 64-44. I was hoping to find a score for that Penn Hills Plum game. I'm not seeing it anywhere, but you folks out there, I'm sure, I don't think there's anybody who doesn't have the internet nowadays. If you don't, man, tell me what's up there. I'm really curious. I'll help you get internet. I will. One way or another. But check out the internet, search on X or some other form of social media. I'm sure it'll be out there somewhere. But not seeing it anywhere right now, but I'm sure it'll be available here shortly because we got to hop off and get moving. But tonight's, we got to name a player of the game, and I think it's got to go to Colin Keller. Just the one thing I think that really separated him from the other guys that were making buckets, and they had 4 guys in double figures, as I mentioned. Gonzalez with 12, Musselman with 10 to match his jersey number, Heinley with 11, and of course Keller with 19. In that first half, when it seemed like Shaler was trying to make its way back into the game, there were answers from the Cavaliers. Now the whole team was answering, but in many of those instances, it was a big shot from Keller. He had that little shot in the lane, a little runner. He had a couple threes, a little pull up, and he was mighty nice when it came to halting anything that the Shaler Titans wanted to get going. And as a result, he helps his team out to a second straight victory. Me too. And just a second half surge for the Cavaliers, very impressive. And again, second straight game that they've been able to do that. They did it at Armstrong on Friday, and this one mirroring that game very, very much so. Led by defense. It was defense that led to offense, and as a result, the Cavaliers are a perfect 2-0 in conference play in 2025.
Work those kids hard.
Corey Smith known to work those guys hard.
Never used the drop-off when he subbed. I like that about the team.
Absolutely, and you got 4 guys in double figures. That's not a bad thing. That's something you want to see as you make that playoff push and get ready for the postseason. You know, it sure beats having one guy that's going to do all your scoring or have that one star, because if that star has a cold night, your team's going to have a cold night. So the Cavaliers, a very good start to 2025, and Colin Keller very much part of that, really having a great game and stopping any potential surges by Shaler in that first half with some really nice buckets, and he leads the way with 19 points for the Cavaliers in what was a 64-44 victory here at Kiski area on this cold January night. But a hot shooting night for the Cavaliers, lead them to victory. So that will help them in the standings, and certainly the outcome of that Plum and Penn Hills game will as well, so possibly. So keep your eyes peeled for that, but also keep your eyes peeled for what we're up to next. Find us on Facebook, find us on X, find us on Instagram, and see where we'll be next. Certainly games for the remainder of this week. Maybe cold, but we're going to be out there, so make sure you check us out, follow us on all the social media platforms. Subscribe to our email list on at hightopsportsnetwork.com. You can become a member of the site and receive some updates and some cool things there, so make sure you do that. But in the meantime, thank you again to our sponsors. We appreciate you guys so doggone much. Thank you guys out there for spending your evening with me. I had to do this one alone, but I didn't feel too alone because you guys were here with me, so thank you so much for that. Appreciate you greatly. Hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation, and certainly be seeing you again somewhere in a gym very soon. So for the rest of the High Top Sports Network team back at remote, my name is Joe Rhodes. You guys have a great rest of your week, and may no train pass you by. We'll see you.